Day 46 of living in LA with no real plan. Just finished studying, time to go to Run Club. I have about 2 hours before I need to go to Run Club, so I'll just do some chores, I guess. Because I clearly need to make my bed. Screw chores, because chores suck. I'm gonna go climb instead. I just got home, running late to Run Club, so got a dash. Honestly, the gym, got back from it. I didn't do my best because I overthought it, and then I kept thinking I would fail. So I failed, like I created a self-fulfilling prophecy, which I gotta stop doing in my life. Because if I keep thinking I'll fail, I will fail. So I gotta think I will succeed. Anyways, mile 1 of running to Run Club. Mile 2 of running to Run Club. I'm running very late. Mile 3 of running to Run Club. Arrived at Run Club. Alright, just finished Run Club, went to the grocery store, got myself a Panda Express and steak. Had an interesting run. I talked this girl's ear off about dating advice, and she had some very informative insights into my dating life, which is a disaster. Alright, time to eat and consider if I've started to become a performative male like the girl from the Run Club said. She was very nice, but she pointed out that I definitely have a few toxic traits that I need to work on if I actually want to get a girlfriend or have a partner at all someday. The first toxic thing was that apparently I mentioned to her that I started learning how to bake to impress girls, which is very performative male. I didn't even realize that until now, which is kind of cringe. The other thing we were talking about is, finances, because obviously if I ask a girl out, I'm supposed to pay for it. According to her, which I don't have the finances right now. And I've been going on a lot of dates, and they've been adding up, which is, not gonna lie, a little scary. Because I do not have that type of money. But she suggested that's okay, because as long as I'm upfront about it, and that I'm open communication, which is something I lack, even with my family and my parents and my friends. Something I just need to work on in my everyday life. I mean, I'm okay at it when it's comes to the place I work, but everywhere else, I suck at communicating. One time, I was dating this girl that I really liked. She checked all my boxes. She was really funny. I really liked her. She honestly seemed to accept me for who I was, but my communication style was not the greatest. She was going to Japan after a second date for 2 weeks, and seemed like she wanted a third date, but I was really honestly hurt and frustrated that she was going to Japan. I mean, not hurt, but frustrated, honestly, that she was going to Japan for 2 weeks, because I really liked her and I really wanted to see her again before then. But instead of telling her that on the second date when we were saying goodbye, I just gave her the cold shoulder because I didn't know how to communicate my feelings to her, being I really like you. I'm sad that you're going to Japan because I won't get to see you again next week. Yeah, so obviously we texted a little bit. She said she'd be down to go on a third date, but then she ghosted me, which I understand because I honestly should have been able to communicate better, which is something I need to work on. This is why I've been starting video vlogging my day-to-day life, is this figuring out how to communicate with people about my emotions and my feelings, because it's okay to tell people about your feelings, is what I'm starting to realize, is what my friends are telling me all these years, and I'm finally beginning to listen to them. So I guess I could start there. Communication is key to honestly finding a partner in life and honestly maintaining relationships. So I got to figure out how to communicate better. So the third most problematic thing about me as a performative male is that I watch too many romantic comedy TV and movies. I've watched Gilmore Girls, I've watched Love Actually, I've watched Devil Wears Prada, I've watched every bad Amazon romantic comedy and every bad Netflix romantic comedy ever. And I think my love life should look like that. But actually, it definitely should not at all. So I guess the real question is, how do I get better at communication? I've been studying for the LSAT. The way I get better for the LSAT is, practice problems, reading like articles, listening to podcasts. So I guess I could start there. The third most problematic thing about me as a performative male that I need to change is that I've watched every romantic comedy, TV show, and movie ever created. Gilmore Girls, Gossip Girl, Devil Wears Prada, Love Actually, every bad Netflix and Amazon movie ever created. Ever. And I want my love life to look exactly like that. But obviously, it should not look like that. Any love story in a romantic comedy is completely toxic, and I should not aspire to that, is the most important thing I think I should take away from today. And honestly, the girl I was talking to agreed with that. She's like, dude, you gotta stop basing your life on TV shows because you're not Don Quixote, you're fucking Charlie Voller. And Charlie Voller just needs to work on communication, keeping my mind in like actual reality, and I think not being so much a performative male. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. This is the end of the video. Please subscribe so I can, one, get 1,000 subscribers so I can finally afford a mic, and two, make my parents proud. I guess vice versa is probably the better way of putting it. Have a good night, guys. Goodbye.